Hey guys, look, my camera is crazy. Hey y'all. Look, turn my light on. Pray for me. Hey y'all. Hey Sam. Hey Cheryl. Hey A. Hey Happy Mac. Y'all. So we gonna talk about it. We are going to talk about it because y'all have no idea how we're scrambling to make this look half decent behind the scenes. Good Lord. We gonna talk about it. Camera. All right, let's see. There we go. Okay. Hey everybody. Happy Friday. Hey Shanna. Happy Friday. How y'all doing? Oh, that's what I was doing. See, I'm multitasking. I'm gonna turn my ringer off. Y'all, I'm not looking at nothing. I don't even know why I'm even looking down at this. Long hair don't care. I care because listen, we gonna talk about it in just a second. Um, you don't have your glasses on, so you can't see the foolishness. Hey, CC, happy Friday. Yeah. So listen, I have been not even gonna tell you what I've been doing. Where is the dang on thing at? I keep losing it because it's so small. How many people in the chat? Hey, Tixie, happy Friday. Know what this is? Put a one in the chat if you know what this is. If you know what that is, put a one in the chat. It's for you. You claim it today. I know that's right. Hey, that's my art. Happy Friday. Negative one. See, Cece, I would know why you wouldn't know what it is, though. Tigsy knows what it is. I would know why Tigsy would know what it is. What up, bro? Happy Friday. Y'all, did y'all see the live where on T Knox channel with Broke and Calvin? Well, hey Nikki. Happy Friday. Hey Whiteside, happy Friday. Did y'all see that? I was scrolling about and I said, wait, what's happening over here? Just saying. Y'all was over there hanging out. I came too. Hey, Cece. Don't ask questions. It was just a one, and that's it. No, it's not. um, hey, golden time of day. Happy Friday. That was so good. It was. It was, Cheryl. Hey, fam. Happy Friday. It was a great live, Nikki. I was like, oh, look at the community. I love it. I love it. So only one person knew what this was. Now I know some people have come in since I asked, and I asked only for a one to be in the chat if you know what this is. A one. If you know. Hey, Bougie. You said pull up. So that's what's up, girl. Happy Friday. Tokyo drift up in this piece. I love it. Happy Friday, sis. You're gonna love the conversation today because this is right up your alley. Hey, Mike. Happy Friday. I love it. So listen, I'm assuming there's some other people who should know what this is. What Nikki say? What I miss? She didn't know what it was. What'd she say? I'm too young. Nikki. Now, Cece, I'm giving you a pass because and you're gonna find out why. You have fam. You might know. Other than the chat should have one. That's what I'm saying, Tixie. There are some people in the chat that I absolutely know. They may not know what it is, but I would think. I'm gonna show it to y'all again. Hey, LP. Happy Friday. So, if you know what this is, put a 1 in the chat. I'll show you the other end. I ain't trying to hide nothing about it. If you think you know, put a 1 in the chat. I'm gonna tell y'all what it is. Hey, girl, dad. Happy Friday. Y'all. Because your girl. Hey, Queen. Queen, how you sneak up in here? Happy Friday. Hey, Rambo. Happy Friday. Queen know what it is. It's show and tell. You don't know it though, CC, so you don't have to keep answering. I could when you find out what it is, it's gonna make sense why you don't know. So, but I know it's a couple people in here I know it that should know. Tixie knew. Queen knows. What in the world? Mm-mm. All right. So only 2 people knew what this was. This is a retie needle for my locks, right? So I have been, that's why that's why I was fooling with my hair as I came on. I'm trying to retie my locks because I'm gonna use the excuse of saving money. The real reason it started off was not that. It was because my loctician moved. See, I figured you should have known this, Nikki, but there's so many different tools to use to retie locks. So this one is not even something that's sold over here. This tool came over, I think, from the UK. So, but they do use it here. Some locticians. But see, I knew it. I do have another one, but I don't use. I have some other ones. I don't use them as much. The ones like this, I don't really use those. I have a bunch of different sizes of them, but yeah. And I know there's other ones outside of those. But yeah, this one though, I like it because basically that hook. Oh, let me get it up to the camera. That hook at the top, it focuses. So you just pull your finger down and you see how it exposes the hook. And then I just have to hook it onto a lock and then I can just do my rotation and it stays in my hair. And I could just do my rotation. So, and actually, I'm not taking credit for having this tool. Liddy B sent me this tool. If y'all don't know, Besha Journey is a sister lock consultant. She does sister locks. So she had an extra tool and she was like, don't buy one. I'm going to send you one. Because I was like, I can't get to my loctician because she moved like to another city. And I'm in Ohio, so our roads are horrible because of the snow and stuff. And I wasn't going to be driving an hour or so away in that mess. So I was like, I might have to, do my own hair. You use that on your hair too, Broke? I figured. See, I knew y'all probably knew. Broke, you probably just didn't get a good look at first. Hey, TLC, happy Friday. We don't want to know where. Oh, CC. Did I miss anybody coming in? I hope not. So I have been being lazy about it. So, child, these locks have grown out, and I woke up this morning like, okay, we're gonna spend a little time on them in the morning. So I did a small section this morning before work, and then while I was waiting for the live to start, I did another section, a bigger section, but I did another section of this side of my head. So this side I had done a while back. I did half of my head, entirely half, and then never did the other half. Now it's time to do both. It's past time to do this side, and it's time to just pray for me. This is not my job, but for his back hair. But the conversation today, I try to do I used a rat tail comb, but it just wasn't working. Yeah, I used rat tails. I could see why I probably wouldn't. Hey, Miss Kia, happy Friday. Before I get into what we're talking about, y'all, I know. Thank you, CC. So y'all know this is my merch. Look, I didn't even pin it today. I need to put my my link and pin it in the chat. If anybody wants to get a shirt, you can go over to the website and order. Let me pin it. As y'all can see, I was all over the place because I was trying to get this stuff here together. But thank you, CC. Thank you, Queen. I'm trying, sis. I am trying, and trust me, I'm screwing up all of the grid. Okay, it ain't gonna be pretty. It ain't gonna be all looking all beautiful like it does when my loctician does it. It ain't. We just going for retightening the locks. I did the front half of my hair about a week ago, but this back, see, oh, Nikki. And y'all, I don't even know how many people even notice. Hey, the new urban gardener, happy Friday. How many people even notice? Hey, G Mama, happy Friday. I don't even have hair on the sides. In the back is shaved. It's shaved, y'all. And it's still all this. I cannot. It be work. I'm trying to catch up real quick. All right, and then I need to post this. And then it was something else I was about to say before I went into the topic. What was it? What was it, y'all? Help me. It's something. Y'all not helping me. Help. Okay. I had to think of the website. All right, so let me pin it. All right, so I did pin the website if you want to purchase the merch. The merch. Hey, Mr. CT Gardner. Happy Friday. Thank you, Queen. Hey, E, happy Friday. I am past my waist. Really? Listen, I talked about cutting them a long time ago before they got this long. But I'm actually, the thing I do like about the length is that I can manipulate them more. When I first got them, like that first year and maybe a little bit more than a year, they wouldn't fall like I wanted them to. Like I couldn't just run. Like I can literally throw a head, like something together real quick, because this was not what it looked like before the live started. Now that I have length to them, they're not stiff, I guess you could say. You know how when you first get them, they're a little stiff, so I couldn't really manipulate them a lot to like change it up. Like if I wanted to go to a more formal event to wear something a little bit more formal of a style and things like that. Now I can do all that. So, anywho, it was something I was going to tell y'all though before I got started, and I don't forgot what it was. And I see, look, I'm looking at myself, and my locks is doing what they want to do. Hey, Zane, happy Friday. Hey, I think I saw Leslie. Hey, Preeti. I like that name. Hey, Talia. Hey, Led. Happy Friday. Y'all, it's a bunch of people coming up. And I'm up here just playing in my hair. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Analytic. Happy Friday. Hey, Elise. Hey, Monica. Hey, Homesteading DIY. Y'all, tell me where y'all came. Y'all came from. Y'all came from Lead, didn't y'all? Lead, did you slid all these people over here? Hey, Brandon. Hey, Ann. And Fanove. Hey, everybody. I hope I didn't miss anybody because it was scrolling before I noticed all these. Yep. There you go. Lead Ray. Thank you, Lead. Oh, hey, Stephanie. Right, CC. Yes, welcome in, everyone. Hey, Sovereign Eats. I love it. Hey, Little Green Patch. Hey, Locks and Land. Look, that's what we was talking about just a second ago. These locks here, honey. I'm having to do my own locks. Listen, if you got locks, and y'all see, I know y'all came since I know y'all came from Lead. I know y'all be talking about the prepping over there. Now, ladies, if you may be looking at living off grid and stuff and trying to get into town to be going to somebody's loctician, you better know how to do that yourself. I'm learning, so don't get it twisted. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm learning as I go. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Y'all that came over to my wild channel. Hey, Neek. And is it La Shanice or Shanice? La Shanice? I hope I ain't saying your name wrong. I'll be screwing it up. I apologize. Hey, Urban. Since you weren't live last week, were you? Because I looked for you and I did not see a live. I did see you drop the video, though. I haven't watched it yet. And let me know if you're going live tomorrow. Hey, Levi. Hey, Rosalind. Hey, Shawnee. How you doing? Happy Friday. Hey, PIA. Happy Friday. Hi, Tiny Mac. Look, we got Happy Mac in here. We got Tiny Mac in here. Did I say hi to you, Shanae? Hey, EE. Hey, Adina. Look, it's a lot of y'all. Jessica. Prima. Is that or Primo? Y'all listen. My ring light is all in my face. Yes, welcome in, everyone. Welcome. I know I probably missed some of y'all. I do apologize. Y'all came in quick. And look. So, I forgot. I was about to tell them something. And I had already forgot before y'all came. So, y'all not the reason I forgot. Hopefully, it come back to me. But now, I am going to go into what we're talking about today. We're going to be talking about money and budgeting and getting that credit together. Like you could do to be trying to purchase this land or your prep stuff and things like that. Yeah, I can't because they doing what they want to do and it's driving me crazy. So I'm gonna leave them alone. I promise. Hey, Missy Hawk. Hey, Terrence. Anyway, so what y'all might not know, especially the ones who came over from Lead, probably I don't remember when. So let's just say some years ago. It's been some years. I decided I was going to tighten up my budget. So the reason being was, if you're one of these people, this is who I was. I made decent money. but I didn't ever have like a savings. And I also never saw that, you know, how you budget and you see, oh, this is what I need to pay, this is what I'm bringing in, and I'm going to have all this money left over to just spend whatever, you know, this is free money. I've accounted for everything, groceries, everything. So this is just leftover, right? Well, with me, I had that number, but I never saw that number. And I couldn't understand why at the time. I was like, I don't understand why I did my budget, said I should have this much left over, but I don't have this much left over. I'm like waiting for payday again. Okay. So I stumbled kind of into the community of budgeting. And I found this channel. Actually, I think she wasn't, I didn't find her as a channel. Where did I find her at? I think I found her on Instagram, and she's called the Budgetnista. Hey, Angela. And I started following her. And so I was like, she was giving all these tips on how to budget and, you know, making sure that every dollar has a purpose. It's kind of what the concept was. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it. I started doing my budget, and the biggest part of it is using cash for a lot of things rather than your cards, those your credit cards or your bank cards, because when you use those, you tend to just go like, well, let's just speak for myself. If I have my card and I'm at the grocery store and I say, oh, I'm going to spend $200 today on groceries, you better believe all those end caps with all those things that are supposed to get my attention are going to get my attention. And so now my $200 grocery bill is $400 because I had to get all that stuff that was on sale, because, you know, it ain't going to be on sale again ever in life. I got to get it today, right? Because I'm going to come back and this is the last time I'm going to get Oreos for 2 for $5. Because, right? So I started using cash to do those type of things following this method. And I made sure every dollar had a purpose. It had a place to go. So when I had that extra amount left over, after I was taking care of everything, that amount went into a savings. And I will be, like I've told people, because I've had some people that I've actually kind of, I'm not a financial advisor. Let me start there. I am not a financial advisor. I'm just sharing what I did because I know it can help somebody else. Okay. But I have shared that with some people kind of one-on-one. And like I told them, the first few months, yeah, I didn't stay in budget. I would have a grocery budget, and it was like, you know, it seems impossible because you're like, how am I supposed to stay within this amount? So before I started budgeting, I was spending roughly $900 to $1,000 a month for just groceries, mostly groceries, but also, you know, like toiletries and stuff like that. And I had a family of 4. So when I started budgeting, I tried to take that down to 600. And every month I kind of went over, and I gave myself grace because I'm trying to learn the method. And I'd be like, okay, I went over this month. I'm not going over. Go over again. This month, I'm not going to do it. It probably happened for at least, I don't know, 5 months or so. I went over. Even if it was just a little bit, I went over. And then I realized there were some things I had to change in order to stay within budget. So instead of buying Oreos, I would buy some chips or some oats, because I always usually had oatmeal. I mean, not oatmeal, flour, sugar, baking powder, baking soda, salt, and I made my own cookies. That's what I did. And then my youngest, she loved pizza. So instead of buying a frozen pizza or something, I would buy yeast and make my own pizza crust, and then we would make our own pizza. Okay. So we found ways to save money. It was a little bit more work for me, but I would just spend a day to do it. So it wouldn't be like every day I'm baking cookies or making pizza crust. I would make batches of pizza crust, and then I would freeze them. So whenever we wanted pizza, we just go in the freezer, pull out a crust, and, you know, fix it up. So Then I was keeping it within my budget. But then I was realizing I was having money left over out of my budget. So I started lowering my budget and lowering it, challenging myself to, stay within budget. But like I said, I didn't even have a savings at that time. So I did start saving. I started paying off stuff. I had a car at the time that I was paying on. I had cell phones. You know how you go to your cell phone company and you upgrade, and now you've got a monthly payment for what, 12 months or 24 months or something to pay off the phone. I paid that off. And just, paying one thing off at a time. Paid my car off in like 2.5 years, and well, the car I had at that time. But just doing that kind of stuff, and at the same time being conscious of my credit standing. I think when I started all that, I might have been upper sixes, low sevens. I can't remember, somewhere like that. When I started doing it, and then once I paid off those things, I was more mindful of how I kind of did things when it came to my credit. I was mindful. I didn't like if when I had credit cards before, I would just make a monthly payment, or like maybe a little bit more than a monthly payment. So if I spent 500 on my credit card, I might pay 100 when my bill came, because they usually have like what, 35, 40, whatever, something like that due. I would pay a part of it. The problem in that is that's what they want you to do, because that's how they make their money. They're going to get the interest on the fact that you're not paying off the full balance. But I didn't do that then. So I started changing my behavior about how I treated my credit cards. If I spend, I have the money before I spend it. So it's not even that I'm spending waiting for money to come. I'm using my card in lieu of that cash because of the perks that I get from the card. So I get cash back on most of my cards, and I will use those for those perks, and then just pay it with the cash that I had to buy the particular item anyway. So that's kind of how I treat credit now. But from hey Donald, from hey Bayou, from probably within about, I'm gonna say maybe um 2.5, 3 years, I got my score up to like 800. And now I'm trying to see what it is now, because I was like 4 points away from 850. But I think I'm a little bit lower than that right now, which is not a big deal to me. Anything over 750 is really considered like perfect. When I bought my house, I was well over 750. So now when I go to get stuff, listen, that credit and cash is a great negotiation tool when you're trying to buy stuff. Just saying. I'm just saying. And if you're lucky enough to have cash to just buy something right out, that's even better. But if you have at least some cash, you're doing something. Hold on, y'all. It's texting me a number I got to put in before I can see, because they want to make sure it's me. It's me, y'all. And I've shown it on here before, my score. So a lot of people have seen it. It's at 831 right now. And this is on Experian site. And this is the actual site. This is not like your Credit Karma and stuff like that. This is the actual credit reporting site. I have an account with them, with Experian anyway. I don't have one with Equifax and TransUnion, because there's 3 reporting agencies. My score is different on all 3. I do know what my score is on all of them. They all are over 8, but I want to say my Experian is the highest one. But that was like my goal, to to get my credit score up. Because what I learned in doing so is it's a game. It's a game. This world is built for us to be in debt. Okay? It is built for us to constantly be in debt. This is why they enjoy people who are impulsive, who see things. This is why ads run everywhere on all the platforms, on all your streaming services, everything, because those things catch your eye and then you want to get it. That truck commercial, that car commercial, that real estate commercial, that food commercial, that restaurant that just came out with this new burger that's supposed to be better than the other burger at the other restaurant. All the things are meant for you to spend your money. And most times people are going to spend their money. And then when their money is gone, they're going to use the credit cards to still get the stuff and be like, oh, I'll just pay for it when I get paid. And then, it's just a repeating cycle. It's a repeating cycle. So one thing I like to talk about on here, because I know how freeing it is to not have debt, for one, and I do. Don't get me wrong. I do. I have a mortgage. So I'm not completely debt free. I have a mortgage and a car payment, as a matter of fact, because I have another vehicle. So I am not without debt, but I don't have like the other stuff, like credit cards and all that stuff. I use credit cards, but I pay them off when the bill comes in full. So if I spend $500, I am paying $500 when that bill comes. But there is a sense of lightness and not having that problem, and also having savings. So having money set aside for when something comes up, because I know, like I said, I know a lot of you guys watch Led's content all the time, and you aspire to have that. Heck, I aspire to have some land. When I be watching, I be like, oh, maybe one day. Because I aspire to have that as well. But there are steps to get to that. And even if that's not something that you can have at this moment, you can be saving towards it. But you also have to think about the cost related to getting that land ready. Y'all watch and see a lot of the stuff he's doing, the stuff he's building, the things he's adding, the sinks, the heat, all the things, like tearing down trees to clear the land. Like, you got to think about all those things. They are going to require money. And if all you got is the money to buy the land, then what? Then what? So get yourself in position now to be able to take care of those things. And then what if everything's set up, you got everything going, and then something expensive goes wrong, and now you got to figure out how that's going to be taken care of. So that was my biggest thing. Like, I wanted to start having what I consider like emergency funds for different things. So I had envelopes that I would keep. I did like the cash envelope thing. And I had envelopes that I would keep where I would put money in them maybe once a month, sometimes every paycheck, to go towards that thing. It could be medical. I had a medical envelope that was for just seasonal illnesses, like or whatever. Like if it's wintertime and somebody in the house has a cold, I just use that envelope to go get medicine at the pharmacy or whatever. I didn't really have to worry about it for like co-pays and stuff like that, because I had a separate thing for that kind of stuff. But I just did that for like those out of the ordinary type of things that I might want to pick up. Or say, for instance, I'm like, oh, I'm out of peroxide, or I'm out of alcohol, or I'm out of Band-Aid. I would use that for that. And then I have one for my car, like repair stuff. I think I called it, yeah, I still have my little book from it because I don't keep my envelopes anymore, but I had a whole little thing. And then I had the envelopes in it, and I would just keep cash in them. And then I would keep a tally of what was going on in them. But like this one says gifts. This was an envelope that I had for gifts. This included birthdays, baby showers, weddings, anything I might have to get a gift for. I would contribute cash. I had a set amount in my mind that I felt like I might need, and I would contribute cash to that envelope. And then when those things came up, they came out of that envelope. Home maintenance. If I have to fix a water heater or furnace, I didn't have roof money in there, but if I had to get a roof, stuff like that, I had cash in there for like emergency things that came up. My car maintenance one was for regular car maintenance stuff. So I did do my oil changes out of that envelope. If I needed tires, it came out of that envelope. And then most times my car was like, now my car is under warranty still. I just pay $100 if something major has to be repaired at the dealership and it's taken care of. But there was money in that envelope to take care of that. So that worked for me. And then if my envelopes got a little too much cash in there, I had savings accounts that I would transfer those funds to. And I just kept a log of what I put in there for what things. So I knew what was in there. I did it for my car insurance. What else did I have savings envelopes for? Those were my savings envelopes, though, like gifts, car maintenance, home maintenance, car insurance, subscriptions. So I have a Costco card, a Sam's Club card. My daughter has a Nintendo. Well, I have a Nintendo account because I paid for it, but it's for my daughter. My Ring camera, different stuff like that. Things you don't think about when you're budgeting because you only do it once a year. I had all that stuff accounted for so that there was no surprises for me throughout the year. Everything was taken care of. And I got to the point where I was able to save a lot of money because I wasn't just swiping my card and buying stuff that I didn't need. And that's what you tend to do when you have those cards. Like I used to go out to lunch all the time with my coworkers. Every single day, darn it, we would go out to lunch. And that adds up. You're thinking, oh, $10 for lunch. Now it's, of course, a lot more because I don't do it as much now. I'm using old figures. But when I did used to go out to lunch with the coworkers, but that adds up. If you go to lunch 5 days a week, every 2 weeks, that's $100 right there. If you spend $10 a day, and you've already spent, well, if you were me, $900 to $1,000 at the grocery store. Why didn't you pack your lunch? Why don't you fix something and take it to the work for lunch? Just saying. That's the way I think now. Like now I'd be like, okay, let me plan this out. What am I going to, purchase so that I could do X, Y, Z. Or I plan those times that I'm going to be eating out. I even have an envelope for that. I have an envelope that I call eating out. And it's for whenever my family and I just say, we're going out to eat. That envelope is for that. For us to go out and eat whenever we want to. I budget for that as well. Because budgeting doesn't mean you can't have fun. You can't do the things that you want to do. I have a self-care envelope. I am self. And you see, I have nails. I like to get my nails done, have locks that I'm now, retying myself. But it was a time where I went to the loctician every month or every other month to get them retied. And that's money. So that was my self-care because you need something that's for you that you enjoy. So I had an envelope for me and I could do whatever I wanted to do with it. So I allotted these funds to me for my self-care. And I just chose that my nails getting done because that's something I like to do. And my hair was probably the two biggest things. Some people know that I'm into firearms. So that's another thing that I would save money for. Like when I wanted to purchase another firearm, when I want to make a purchase, I don't get to just say, oh, I got all this money in savings, I'm going to make a purchase. Nope. That ain't how I do it. It depends on what that purchase is. If it's a firearm, I have to figure that out. That's not coming out of there. That's not coming out of there. So how I equate it when I'm talking to people that are trying to get that budget tight, it is telling yourself no. When you want to get that budget right and that money right and be able to have money that you don't touch, that's just there for things that, whatever that thing is, emergencies or a purchase that you want to make, you got to be able to tell yourself no in the moment so that you can get that thing later. And when, with anything, when it's not perfect, I should say, like when you're trying to do it, we tend to beat ourselves up. Like I said, it took me about 5 months or more to get to the point I wasn't going over the budget for groceries. Most stuff you're not going to go over. You're not going to overpay your utilities. Those type of things you're going to be on point with every time. But those things that can fluctuate, that's where you're going to mess up, when you're doing your budget. But like I tell people, give yourself grace. Like it's literally like telling yourself no to something when you're out there, when you have that. Now that's the great thing about cash. If you only walk in the store with a $200 or $300, you can't go to 301 because you ain't got it. So you're going to really stick to the budget when you got cash. And another thing I know about cash, if you like me, when you have hard cash in your hand, you don't want to see it go. I don't be wanting to give my cash to people. Like even though I don't do a whole lot of cash purchases like I used to, even now, y'all, that's why I call myself frugal. I am frugal. I am frugal. I will try to get a deal any way I can. I don't want to give my cash away. I don't. I be wanting the things. Hey, soul sister, happy Friday. But I don't be wanting to give my cash away. So I will always, I'm not an impulsive person, never have been. That's a good thing for me. Like with buying, I did buy some, but I take care of other people before I take care of myself. I'm not impulsive when it comes to me. Yeah, I'm looking at my sleeve. I'm like, what is happening? I'm not impulsive when it comes to me, but I will buy for other people. But that's why I had to get really tight about even that. Like, I don't need to just be spending to spend. So I like talking about this from time to time because I feel like budgeting and finances and things like that aren't talked about a lot with us, and we're not taught it. Like some people may have gone to a school that just happened to teach that, how to budget or how to even do a balance a checkbook. I did learn that in high school, how to balance a checkbook, but I was taking accounting and marketing classes, so I took classes that most people don't take in high school. So, but we never got into like the budgeting and understanding finances and stuff like that. You just get out there, you got to pay rent, or mortgage, you got to pay bills. If you got a car, you got to put gas in it. If it breaks down, you got to get it fixed. But nobody teaches you how to be prepared for when those moments happen. Unless you're lucky enough to have somebody who does. I was not. And I'd even, talk about that. I don't blame my parents for that because I feel like they were doing what they knew to do, and their parents before them was doing the same thing. So they can't teach me because they didn't know it. So with me, because I learned it when my oldest was ready to move out on her own. Actually, it was way before she moved out on her own, but she was in college at the time, but she was working as well. And I was like, you need a budget, because when you're working and you're young, you don't have any responsibilities really. You just spend it all. You just, it's all a fun time. And I was like, no, you need a budget. So I started teaching her how to do a budget, how to budget out her funds, and how to make sure she was putting money to the side for her savings, because she had a car and I wasn't paying for anything that had to do with that car, the gas or nothing. I did pay the insurance, but that was it. So she had to be able to keep those things going. And she is now 28 on her. She's been on her own for quite a while now. And all of that time, she has never, not once, ever had to ask me for anything, for any help. I mean, she took on the information I gave her, and I'm really proud of her because a lot of times you can show someone something or tell someone how to do something, and it's a matter of if they want to take those tools and use them or not. She did, and she does. She's been doing great, and I am really proud of her for that. Like I've looked at her account sometimes and been like, girl, yeah, her accounts look better than mine sometimes. Because she has become probably more frugal than her mama. But I'm proud of her for that because that is not my testimony. I call my mama a lot. I called my mama a lot for help. Maybe my car broke down. I didn't have no money because I told you I didn't have no savings. I was darn near 40 before I got a savings, before I built something in it. Don't get me wrong, I had the account. I just never left anything in there. Like, I need it now. Why would I put it there? So I would call my mom, like if my car needed something repaired, something came up that I didn't have the funds for. I mean, of course I would pay her back, but I would have to borrow money from her to get the thing done. And my daughter hasn't had to do that. She has not, and I'm proud of her for that. And if she did, I'm here. But she hasn't had to. So I feel like that it's just such a great service to your child, and yourself, to have those skills and be able to do that. Because when I walk into somewhere and I want something, I kind of know I can get. I kind of know I can. I don't. Not only do I not get turned down, most times I get a better deal than what I went in there for, just because of credit standing or the fact that I'm bringing some cash to the table. I kid you not. It's a great negotiating tool. So definitely remember that when you are sitting down to do those budgets. Like, I might have to tell myself no today, but then you're telling yourself no today so that another day, those whatever you feel like doing, if you want to do it, it can be done. It's no better feeling. Like if I want something today, a lot of the things that I might want, I can get them. I can get them today just because I want it. But I don't move like that, so I just don't. But there's things that I have gotten that probably, I didn't have to, but I wanted it and I could. So it happened. And there's no better feeling. It really isn't. Hey, Siege. Good credit is everything, sis. Absolutely. Hey, Berta girl, I see you, sis. It is everything. And I know that because I hear people say, "Oh, I don't care about that," this isn't that. I get it because I used to have that attitude, especially when my credit wasn't that great. I had that attitude, and it is a game. It is absolutely a game, y'all. So it's a game of one, not falling for all the marketing around you that's one making you want to spend money, that causes you to get into debt and to use your credit cards in a way that doesn't benefit you but benefits the company that's giving you the card. Um, but it's it's just, I'm telling you, it's a game, but it's worth it if you figure it out. And really the only thing to figure out is pay that stuff off. Don't spend money that you don't have. Just don't. My first credit card at 18 maxed. My second credit card at 18 maxed. Because why they give me free money? Why they just giving away money? That ain't what they did though. But that's how I treated it. I went shopping. They gave me a credit card. What am I supposed to do with that? I'm supposed to shop, right? I got it. It's money to be spent. Now, when it came time to pay, yeah, I wasn't here for it. So I have I didn't know those things though then, that I know now. I know now that though I could have that, it's not a necessity for me to have a credit card, but I can have that, and I can have that for now how I use it for the perks. I have two of them that gives me very good perks on them, and I use them to the max. And especially when I am making large purchases. Okay, I want all the cash. Give me all the cash back. Just like last Friday, I was in Costco stocking up on chicken, ground beef. I think I got chicken and ground beef, but I did get something else, and now I can't remember what it was. I got three things, but I got like 6 packs of chicken. Costco, if you ever been to one, is the bulk stuff. So I got 6 packs of chicken. I got 4 packs of chicken wings and 2 packs of chicken legs. I got four, yes, 4 packs of 5 pounds of ground beef and stocked up my freezer because I needed to. And I spent $1 and some change. I wish I had my receipt in front of me. I really do. I spent $1 and some change out of my pocket. You said why and how? You asked me that. Did somebody say how did I do that? I think somebody asked me how. I used my perks from my because I have a credit card that's connected to my Costco account that gives me perks for using it. That and at the end I could turn that into a certificate to use at Costco. Uh-huh. Yeah. So I used that, my cash back, and I bought my stuff to stock my freezer. And the only thing I bought with my credit card was things that I was already going to buy anyway. So I'm not even out here shopping and buying crazy stuff. I'm just buying everyday living. Maybe I pay for my groceries with that card instead of with cash. Maybe I pump my gas with that card instead of with cash. But I want all the cash back. And that's how I do that. And then I just turn around and be able to, like I said, stock my freezer um, with some things that I need anyway. So, hey, Mr. BS, that's just Erica. She's like, I swear, that's how I do that. And y'all, I used to be a couponer, so I know it's no greater feeling than going into a store and having hundreds of dollars worth of something and had only spent a few dollars out of your pocket. It's no greater feeling. So I do. That's how I use my credit cards now. My other one, I usually transfer that credit over to my Amazon account because I do have a little bit of a problem over there. I do go into Amazon quite a bit as soon as I need something, maybe because garden season coming up, I might be wanting to get something. I haven't, but sometimes I want a new raised bed or something. So I go over there and I get a raised bed for nothing because I have my certificate, my cash back that I've earned off of my other card, and I just get whatever that item is. So if you're going to have credit cards, have those credit cards benefit you in some way. Air miles if you're somebody who travels, or cash back, whatever. But have some kind of benefit to you using that card. But also, you don't need credit cards. You just don't. You don't need them. And I know like cash will probably, there's a lot of stuff going on where in the world where it's like, at some point cash may not be something you can use, but guess what? You can use it today. I could use it yesterday and I'm sure I can use it tomorrow. So for right now, I can use it. I'm just saying. I'm not going to worry about when I can't use it because right now I can. So right now, I am using cash to benefit me in the way that I need it to. But like I said, I also have credit cards. So in all transparency, I do have them, but I don't need them. So purchase and pay. That's right, Queen. You don't need them, Sylvia. How are you, sis? I didn't see you come in. I didn't see a lot of people though, because man, Angela, always awesome, Angela. When I tell you, I was a couponing queen. If y'all hear this noise, my daughter is playing a game in her room, and she is loud. Um, but I was a couponing queen. Like I was so crazy with it that even the cashiers, I had a cashier once take a picture of my receipt and post it on social media. She was so impressed. It was probably a couple $100 worth of stuff: toilet paper, paper towels, laundry soap, toothpaste, all those kind of things. And I didn't pay $1. I paid tax. That's it. That's it. I used to kill it out here couponing, and then I just got burnt out. I will try a lot. That's why my listen for those new, welcome in, welcome into my crazy world. This channel. Would you like to know what this channel is about? Everything. I talk about budgeting. I talk about gardening. I talk about prepping. I talk about recipes and cooking and ways to budget to have meals for your family at a lower cost, like where you're having good meals, but you're not spending a lot of money. I talk about firearms. I don't know what I don't talk about because I do a lot of things. And so we're gonna talk about it. Okay. That's what we're gonna do. But most of those things, I'm gonna do it in a way where money can be saved. If you have a garden and you are growing said food, there's many reasons to have a garden, trust me. But if you're growing that food rather than going to the store to buy that food, ain't that a savings? Because once I grow it, I got seeds in that item that I grew, so I can harvest those seeds, and now I got more seeds to grow it next year. And I don't have to buy it at the grocery store. That's just one reason. The other reason is because I'm gonna know where my food came from. In a world where we see videos every day of something that they're making that is not food. So there's that. But I'm always looking at a cost effective way of doing things, of anything that I do. I'm always trying to figure out a way to do it and still have the satisfaction that we want from that thing. Like, it's just like with dieting. Nobody wants to diet and eat bland stuff to lose weight. You want your stuff still to be able to be nourishment to you, but also still taste good. It's no different with anything else. You want to still be able to enjoy life. If you're budgeting, you want to still be able to go out to a movie or travel or get your nails done or get your hair done or whatever that thing is. You don't want to feel like you can't enjoy what you've worked for. You can. The thing is figuring out a way to do that without breaking the bank, while still being able to have money for those things that are going to come up in life, because things are always going to come up in life. Always. I'm just saying. I've had people stop me from leaving the store to teach them. I have too. And I know Angela, teaching people to coupon is not for the weak. It's not, because a lot of people say they want to learn how to do it, but couponing is work, just like gardening is work, just like prepping is work. Everything that you want to do is going to be work. It's not just easy. I love paying with cash, no payer statements. Yeah, coming next month to be paid. Yep. Hey, Big Dog Reg, happy Friday. Yep. But it's not for the weak. You guys, I forgot to say that if you type Erica, you're silly. G is in George, B is in Victor, G is in George in the chat. Just GBG together. It'll drop your channel links if you're a content creator. I had to start charging people. I used to sell my stuff, CC. I didn't do it in the beginning, but I think I might have a little bit of an addictive behavior to something. Maybe a little bit. I think I do. I think the firearm thing will be proof of that, because I would deep down the rabbit hole in that, and I purchased several of them. So I might have a little bit of an addictive behavior when it comes to things. But when I was couponing, I just enjoyed it. Was like an adrenaline rush. So I enjoyed going into a store and, a cashier ringing up 100, $150, $200 worth of stuff. I hand over coupons, and then my total might be $5. There's nowhere to fill in. So I was ending up with so much stuff that there was no way just my family could go through. So I had people asking to buy the stuff, and I was like, you know what? I guess so. I called it a little store. It was all family and friends. It wasn't just random people. I did do a couple of I don't remember the name of the app. There was an app that came out where you could meet people to sell stuff. I did do a couple of sales that way, but not many. And I always did them at one of the stores that I couponed at. I would go into their parking lot to meet someone, and I would always let the manager know, like, I got somebody meet me to buy some stuff. But yeah. Oh yeah, the mad cashiers. Some of them would. They act like you're taking their money, and or like you're stealing. But I went to I'm making use of that. I went to the same store every time. So if I was at a CVS, that's not true. I had 2 different CVSs I would go to, but the managers knew me at both. And then I had 4 Rite Aids that I went to. These are all pharmacies. I don't know if they're everywhere. And then Walgreens. Walgreens was my nemesis. Like, I would coupon there, but they hated couponers here. The ones here did. They were one of the hardest places to coupon at. Target, I would coupon there. Walmart, I didn't really like couponing at Walmart, even though I didn't have a problem couponing there, but I'm not a big Walmart fan. But I would coupon there as well. But most of my big deals came from like a pharmacy. Like, I would clear the shelves of toilet paper and paper towels a lot there. And I had managers that liked me so much. Some of them had my number and would call me, like when they would clearance out items and see if I wanted them, or they would let me stock up my basket of whatever was going to be on sale for the reset. So Sunday is our reset day of sales. So sales run from Sunday to Saturday. They would let me come in on a Saturday night, get my basket together. They would sit it in the back room. And then when I came in on Sunday, I just cash out. Yeah. I made good friends at all the stores, the grocery stores. I made good friends. I made sure managers knew I wasn't there trying to, like, I wasn't pushing off no fake coupons or trying to beat the system. I just learned the system and used it, just like with my credit score and budgeting. I learned the system and I used it, and it worked out in my favor. And that's how couponing was as well. So that's really the biggest thing about it, is just kind of learning it and learn. Hey, Veggie Farm, how you doing, sis? Learning the system and using it to your advantage. Okay. And that's what I want. How many people in the chat already budget? Like, seriously budget, not budget and then not really budgeting. No, people who are like, they got that book out every month. They are writing down what's going to be coming through because they know every month, and you marking that stuff off as it goes. Put a 1 in the chat if you do. You're a budget queen, Chastity. How you doing, sis? I didn't see you in there. Siege, Fam. Fam, we all know you got a different budget though. There you go. Hey Ray, how you doing? Happy Friday. I love it. I love it. I love it. Not right now, Rambo. That's okay. You can get there. Hey Netta. Hey Sharon. Y'all. I love it. 1.5. I love it, Alexis. I love it. Miss Cheryl said half. I know that's right. Hey, that's better than nothing, honestly. That is better than nothing. 7, my financial advisor let me fall off. Listen, because she fell off. I didn't I won't say I'm not a budgeter. Well, some people ain't got to out in these streets led. maybe Lady Led take care of that. 0.5, Nikki. Nikki, let's get you up a little, just a little. Baby step it to 1. Let's baby step it to 1. 70 plus. Good evening, all. And a 1. Okay, good evening. Happy Friday. I love it. So I do. Tia said somewhat. Hey Tia. Tia Drumgo. I know I got 2 Tias in the chat. It might have more, but I know 2 of them for sure. The fruit trees breaking your budget. TLC. We had a conversation in January. Was you here, sis? Was you here? We had a conversation in January about budgeting for this garden season. We talked about this. It was a lie. Now I know all the folks in the garden community started budgeting for those seeds that y'all have to get that y'all got 20,000 of already. I know y'all budgeted for them. For those raised beds that you don't have room for, but you're gonna figure out how to fit it in there. I know you budget for it, right? All those grow bags that you want to buy, all the soil that you're gonna have to get, all the fertilizers. We budgeted, right? Right? I'm horrible at it. Lady Led, the budget master. Somebody got to do it. Everybody can't be great at it, Led. Somebody got to do it. Hey, my little corner of heaven. Happy Friday. Look, TLC did get in trouble, didn't she? Because, sis, we talked about this. There's no way the fruit trees are breaking you because we budgeted. We started budgeting back then. And we in Ohio, so you can't even plant a fruit tree right now. The ground ain't gonna let it happen. Hey Myra, happy Friday. Hey Liddy B, happy Friday. She bought me out of buying soil until I got plenty of dirt. I did. We were talking on the phone earlier this week, and she was in the store, one of the big box stores, about to buy some soil. And I said, no, ma'am. First of all, why are you buying soil? We're growing in the ground. We're putting whatever we grow in ground. She said, well, I got a raised bed. I said, and you got, she had, well, if you don't follow Best Shed Journey, you probably wouldn't know this, but she has like a wooded area near her where her land is. And so all back there, and there's like a pond or a lake or something back there. I'm like, if you don't dig up some of that soil and will it on over into your raised bed, we're not buying soil. What? We're not doing that. Yes, I'm in Ohio. We're not doing that. We are Ohio family in Dayton. That's where I'm at. So we are figuring out ways to get the things done where we're not spending a lot of money. Because listen, even on this platform, we watch, if we're a gardener, we're watching a lot of gardeners and we see them with things, or we're seeing them do things, and we're like, oh, I want that. I was just watching, which I'm going to have, I need to share. I'm glad you're here, Lydia, and I hope you stay the whole time. NTT, because I need Growing Out the Box, and he might be in here, but I need his channel dropped in the chat. So I was watching when he does his blueberries, and he has that netting that zips. It looks like a whole little like system is like so neat. That could go over his trees, and it zips him like three places. He can unzip it from three different places to water or whatever, or prune or whatever. But he's keeping the birds and stuff from eating the fruit. Of course, I went to go see how much they were. Of course, I hit the link. Of course, I did. You know what? And God said, "Not today, Gina. You're not buying not a thing." And it was already sold out. He was sold out. So I was able to leave his site unscathed. But I don't need it because I have things that I use to put. I'm already using to put over my trees to kind of keep the birds and stuff from eating all my fruit. But those were cool, right? Or you see like people have the raised beds and you're like, ooh, I want one of those raised beds. Or the green stalks. Ooh, I want green stalks. I want to grow in those. We got to stop. We got to figure out ways to get it done. Thank you, Tia. Um, get it done without that's right, Liddy B. That part. I need to make me a new shirt. That part. YouTube see, YouTube do. We me, That's Your Journey, and TT's Urban Pantry used to they probably still have their shirts. Mine started peeling. So I need to do a new one that said YouTube see, YouTube do, because that's what we all do. We all do. We see, look, y'all ain't over there at Leds looking just to look. You looking because you aspire for it, or maybe you already are in looking for land, have started looking, so you're seeing what he's doing to take ideas and stuff from that to know what you need to do with yours. YouTube see, YouTube do. And that's why we share on this platform. But we also aren't sharing for you to go in debt trying to get to where we are or get something that we got. We're sharing because we're showing you, just want to show how we did it. And there's a way to get those things, but just, I know, especially when it comes to prepping, a lot of people try to go out and buy everything at once, and you don't have to do that. And it's even said in the chats and the lives. Hey, MTGV, I ain't seen you in a minute, sis. A lot of times in the live, I've even heard Les say it, like this week or this month or however your budget fits, get this thing if that fits in your budget. And then next month or whatever, however it works for you, get the next thing. You will eventually have all the things that you need or that you want to have, because that's still going to be based on your family. I see a lot of y'all in the chat over at Les, like, do I need to do this or do I need to do that? There's no way for any person on this platform to tell you what you need, because it's going to be based on your home, your life, your lifestyle, your state. There's so many factors to determine what you need. What I need in Ohio, somebody in Florida is not going to need. Someone in Texas, it may not need, because they don't get the weather that I get. So I have to prepare for that as well as other things. So knowing, you just have to think that through. If you're following someone that's telling you what you need to do, I'm just going to leave that alone. Ain't none of my business, but I know I wouldn't be, because nobody should be telling you what you need to do. I see a lot of videos, and some of y'all might be in here. Don't be mad at me for saying this, but I've seen the trend, and I know that a lot of times we do content because it's something that people are watching. On, we see it being watched everywhere, and we know that people are interested in this particular topic. But for the garden community, I've seen a lot of videos on, these are the top 5 or top 10 things you must grow in your garden, or you should grow in your garden, or you should have, and let me tell you something. I'm sure every gardener has done this. We have all gone out and grown all the things, and most of those things aren't even things that we eat. And then after we grew them, and then we harvest them, and then we tried them. We knew that we didn't like them before that, and we know we still don't like them after we grew it. But we had to grow it because we saw such and such growing it. Grow what you eat. Don't let nobody tell you what you need to have in you. Those are suggestions. Top 5, top 10, top whatever. Those are suggestions. Okay? You grow what you enjoy eating. You know what you eat. You know what you like. If you watch any of my recipe videos, I'm going to say in the video, I'm making this to my liking and my family's liking. I don't like onions. Most people who've been following me for a while know this. I don't like onions, and I'm in a community of like-minded gardeners who don't. Stacy, hands in the dirt, don't like onions. Broke farmer, don't like onions. So I got some people who don't like onions with me. I like the flavor though. I don't like the texture. It's a texture thing for me. I'm weird like that. So I grow them and I dehydrate them and do powder instead. A lot of times I will cook with them at times, but I have tricks to get through my life with onions. Okay. If you don't like a thing that's in a recipe, I see a bazillion recipes out here where people are putting a whole onion chopped up in it. And I'd be like, not on my watch. In my food, it ain't happening. But I know I don't like that. So I work around it. I don't put the onion in mine, but I might put onion powder in mine. And now I got the flavor without the issue that I have with the texture. So when you're watching a recipe video, especially if it's mine, I'm going to say in mine, listen, this is what I like. If you don't like this, don't put this in there. If you like this thing that I'm not putting in mine, put it in yours. Because you know what you like. Same thing goes for growing your food. You know what you like to eat. So put those things in your garden and grow them. Don't look for what people are saying you need to have, what seeds you need to grow. A lot of the people who've been growing for many, many years, you're going to see different seeds come up in discussion in these chats. You probably have seen them over here. And of course, they're going to intrigue you because you haven't grown that thing. Maybe moringa or sorrel or a certain melon or something. And you're going to be like, ooh, I want that. I know you do, Rambo. I want that. But don't get so caught up in that. Don't get so caught up in those things that you're seeing. Because like I said, a lot of these people have been growing for so long that they already have the regimen of the things that they grow normally. I do. I know what's always going to be in my garden every year. I know those things. And every year, if it's something that I don't know if I like and I'm interested in trying it, I will try one plant of something. I might have more than one plant of it, but I will try one thing. Last year was okra. I'm a person who didn't grow up eating it. So I never had okra. And so I tried to grow okra last season. But every year if I want to add something that I haven't tried before and see if I like it, I will grow it. I've grown honey nut squash. That was something I had never had before. It will never grow in my garden again. So most of you who don't aren't over here all the time don't know why, but it is prolific. Y'all probably thinking, well, that's not a bad thing, right? For my little yard, it is. I have a small yard at that. So if you haven't seen my content, I have a small yard. So, and I might be a little OCD. So you see the everyday life of the OCD-ish chick in the chat. I might be a little bit like Nikki, just a little bit. So when the plants are doing their thing, because they're not gonna be all beautiful and lined up perfectly, and all, they're gonna do what they want to do. And that plant did. And if you're old enough to know the movie Little Shop of Horrors, that's what that plant was doing. And I would go out there to that garden and talk to that plant like it was listening to me. Like, why are you growing everywhere? Why are you over there? When you are over, it was one plant. I had one plant in my garden, one squash plant. That plant gave me so many honey nut squash. And again, I know y'all like, this doesn't sound like a problem. It was. It's never coming back. I don't have the space. I don't have the space. It was a good squash though. So if you like squash, you might like it. It was a good squash, but it's not growing in my yard again. Ever. But I've grown that one. I've grown the scallop squash, the patty pan. I did like that one too. I did kohlrabi one year. Um, I liked it too. So I will try some things. Usually it's only one though. I'm not going to fill my garden up with a bunch of stuff I don't eat. I don't know if I'm going to like, but I will try a plant and see if I like it. And then it still doesn't mean it's going to be a staple. I don't grow patty pan every year. I told y'all the honey nut squash ain't coming back. I am going to grow okra again. So some stuff will make it back, and then some stuff may come every so often. I'll grow the patty pan again. I'm just not growing it now. But that's how I do. Hey Thomas, happy Friday. You're a lot OCD and ADHD. Listen, we all got a little something happening in this world, okay? Look, I always Awesome Angela said that. We all in that alphabet crew. Listen. And I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. But I in my mind, it's supposed to be the way I envision it. I'm a planner. I don't even know if I said that. I am a planner of all the things. I plan my budget. I plan my meals. I have a fitness plan. I have planners for everything. I have probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 planners. I have a lot of planners. And I just, it works for me. It works for me. So my garden planner, I draw my yard. So my beds, all my raised beds, I have 3 8x4s. I have 2 4x2, no 5x2s, and then I have a 4x2 out there as well. No, I have 3 5x2s. Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff out there. Then I have what am I thinking of? Like the planters, not the bags, the regular planters. I have all that stuff. Bam. Don't be a troublemaker. But yes, Urban. Listen, you know I got a plan. And for those who don't know, I also have a plot at one of my parks. It has a community garden. So I have an 800 square foot plot there because, as I said, I have a small yard. So I wanted to be able to grow more food and to have a place that I didn't have an issue with something like a honey nut squash growing, even though I'm not growing it there either. But my watermelons grow there. And I will be the watermelon queen, even though I don't have the right crown in here with me. But here we are. This is my birthday crown. My watermelon queen crown is in my car because I keep it there in case I'm at the community garden and I need to do a video for Broke Farm or David Corey. You know, the people who think they grow better watermelon than me. Anywho, so I grow watermelon out there. I grow my squash out there. I like delicata. Those are the ones I grow out there. And then my zucchini. This year, I'm going to grow my all of my tomatoes out there. I usually grow them in the backyard. But yeah, I am producing with purpose this year. That is what I'm doing in the garden. Everything that I produce will be with purpose. This saying came from me being frustrated at Christmas My daughter wanted me to make chili, and I have preserved up all my tomatoes from last season. I can as well. And I have preserved them all up as pasta sauce. So I mean with the onions, peppers, Italian seasoning, pasta sauce. They're all canned up. Most of them was that, and then I did a few jars of salsa. I did not preserve any just diced tomatoes or just plain tomato sauce. I had to buy that to make chili, and I was not happy. Seriously, I was not happy. I'm still talking about it, and that was Christmas. But I was not happy with myself because I'm like, I did not plan well to make sure I had the things that I'll need to get through the year. So this year, I am planning with purpose. So I will plan to make sure that I have diced tomatoes canned up. I have tomato sauce canned up. I'm also going to do tomato paste, and I will still do my pasta sauce. But I'm going to make sure I have those other things that I need. And everything that I grow, I'm going to try to think ahead to what I typically do with those items. So I am planning out my garden beds that way. I've been juicing off and on, so I will have a whole bed with just the vegetables that I juice with. So I will have celery in there. I'll have cucumbers, carrots. Um, what else do I have going? At kale. Um, I may do beets. I haven't decided for sure with the beets. I have the seeds sitting on my desk, but I don't know yet. I like them in juices though. I just don't like beets like that. So I am. Thank you, Miss J.K. Gardner. How are you? I didn't see you come in. Um, but that is going to be this season. Like there will be purpose in every seed that is dropped. We will produce with purpose. We will preserve with purpose. Because also at Christmas, I was sick on Christmas Day. I had some kind of stomach virus. And the one thing I thought about, I got sick Christmas Eve. I started going downhill Christmas Eve where I started feeling something was wrong. By that evening, I was a mess. Um, and I kept thinking to myself, I wish I had harvested mint to help settle my stomach. I grow mint. I did not harvest the mint. You heard me. I grow mint. Literally have a big pot out there that grew mint, and I did not harvest it. Not one bit of it. So yeah, no mint for my stomach, no mint tea, no mint of any kind. And I'm like, not this year. And the mint's going to come back. So I don't have to regrow mint. It comes back every year, which is why I should harvest it some, but it'll be back next year. But I will definitely harvest it this time because even if that never happens again, there's still reasons to have mint, on hand. So I'm going to be harvesting that. I'm going to harvest my other herbs. I'm going to be growing medicinal herbs. Like I'm going to be producing with purpose. This year, we are going to have purpose in that garden. And I'm going to feel like it in the end. And I am documenting it the whole way through. I've already dropped 3 videos, I think, of me dropping seeds. And this is just for the early spring, for some of that cool weather stuff and some of the things that can tolerate a little bit of cool but not cold. And there's just more coming. Every bit of it you're going to see from the seed to the germination to the plant being of size to transplant to transplanting it to getting fruit to harvesting that fruit to preserving it. All of it. I'm going to show you how I preserve those things. All of it. Because I grow hot peppers to make pepper flakes. I grow them for eating as well. I grow them for salsas. I grow sweet peppers for cooking, for eating and salads and stuff, for freezing, because I want to be able to cook with them throughout the year. I'm going to show all of that. All of that. Drying out onions, drying out garlic for powders. Like these are things that you could be doing and not have to purchase. You can do it. And you don't have to have a really, because me, I'm just out of control. That's why I have a garden plot. But you don't even need the amount of space I'm growing in my backyard to do that. I mean, just build it up. Like, don't go out and try to just do all of it at once, which I didn't. The amount of beds that are out there grew every year. Every year. I did not start out with everything that I just mentioned that's out there. Every year something got added. This year, another something is getting added. But it's I had someone sent me a raised bed last year. I know who it is, and they actually are in the chat. But somebody sent me one last year for my birthday. I still have not put it together. I still have it, and I have another one because I had bought. I used to have the 8 cube grow system, like the grow bag material thing, and I don't. No, I didn't like. It gets moldy and all that. I didn't like. So I already converted one and dumped all the soil into a raised bed, and the other raised bed I just never put together because I had stuff growing already in the other one. So I don't think I'm gonna do the raised bed. I have a different idea. We'll see, but you'll see because I'll record it. Okay. I will. Hey, Rob. Happy Friday. So true. Men is the best grown. Inside. Oh yeah, inside the box. Yo, absolutely. Absolutely. Gina's right. You got 20 acres, fam. I'm done. Have a good one, analytic. But yeah, I'm going to get Moo to put the gift I sent you last year back on the porch. Nope. You had a chance to take it at Thanksgiving. You didn't. It's mine. She's an Indian giver. She got me a green stalk for my birthday, and she want to take it back. All because I haven't put it together yet. Because I already had two. So I have to make room. So, and I have a whole plan for those this year. Last year was my first year with the green stalk growing planter. I I would say I do like it. I'm not going to say too much about it because I want people to just go out buying green stalks because you don't need to. They are nice though. So I have a whole plan for what I'm going to do with that this year, and like I said, I'll be sharing that too. So, I didn't. Oh, you didn't know the first time you had mint, did you let it grow? Oh, got rid of it and purchased another plant. Oh yeah, they keep coming back. Andy is a Indian giver. You are terrible. But yeah, I have a whole plan for the green stock this year. I'm not going to do what I did last year. Last year I had a whole bunch of random stuff in there. I had cabbage, cauliflower, collards, peppers, herbs, onions. I was trying everything. I was trying everything. Like I said, last year we weren't producing with purpose. Stop judging. This year we're producing with purpose. Y'all ain't got to judge me. I have a purchase I really want to make, but have not made it. Wish I would just go ahead. Tell me what it is. You see it at Veggie Farm's house. Don't buy it. Veggie got a nice setup. What was it? Veggie has a nice setup. Y'all know the people who have the beds that are like where they got to bend over because they're really high. They have the depth, but they're high. I wish when I grow up, Veggie, and I ain't there yet because the cost in it. I had thought about it. I almost made the decision to do it. Y'all, I have moments of, oh, I'm gonna do this thing. At Christmas time, I was gonna buy a new car. Don't need a new car. My car is not, but I want a bigger truck. Do I need a bigger truck? No. And guess what made me realize I didn't need a bigger truck? seeing the prices of those bigger trucks. I was like, I bet I don't. That snapped me back to reality. But I had told many of people, like, I think I'm about to go get me a new truck. I'm about to get another truck. And the people in my life are bad influences because they just encourage me to do things like that. Like, girl, you should. See, and I have to be the person to be like, I saw them prices and I'm like, I don't care if I can pay it. I don't want to. It ain't happening. I'm not I'm not speaking tonight. Speaking where? What are you talking about? What you mean, Thomas? Because you put question marks, so I don't know what you're asking me. I'm not speaking tonight? About what? I spoke to you. Are you talking about to you? I said something to you a long time ago when you first came in. I know that's not what you're talking about, Thomas. I know that's not what you talk about. Speak now. Michelle said, me too. It's like the compost thing. Yeah, I'm not dealing with Liddy B right now. I'm not doing it. You don't need nobody's compost, nothing. Is the camera under control now? What camera? No. No. Look. And I had it on the floor because I had an attitude with it. Here's the camera. Y'all, I lost a whole video. A whole video that I actually really need because it's part of a series that has not dropped yet. And I'm not re-recording it. I'm not, and I'm just going to talk about what happened. It's probably user error. I know it is. It's a new camera. I decided to get a camera because I felt like I need to up my game and start recording on my phone and record with a camera and see where it got me. It got me losing my footage, and I don't have it. It is gone. It's not there. Don't tell me, oh, check this, check that. It ain't there. It's not there. Man, vehicles prices are crazy. Hey, Crafted in the cul-de-sac. He ain't feeling left out. I spoke to him. I'll fight Thomas. It's don't be getting into all that little my little corner of heaven. We're not doing all that. It is camera. What does that say? I think it's OMOS, OMOS. Don't come. It was Amazon camera. That was in my frugal range. It was frugal range. Take it back. I don't think the camera's the problem, Liddy. It's me. You would get it. Watch some videos. Yeah, that's the problem. It was me. Urban. I spent like an hour trying to I'm like, there's no way. Because I had it connected to my computer. I was trying to transfer it. That's another thing. Like, I don't have to do that when I'm on my phone. I literally do everything on my phone, y'all. I record it, I edit it, and I upload it. All there. I wind up. And I'm trying to, produce with purpose. Even my content. Even my content. So yeah. But I don't know. I'm not fooling with that right now though. That's gonna be another day. I'm look y'all the chat threw me off because I forgot I have Nightbot set to like reoccurringly speak to the members. And I need to check because I might be leaving. I might have someone that has added which I think I have had a couple people who became members who I have not added yet. So I need to do that. Rambo, don't be laughing at me. Don't be laughing at me. So guys, listen, is this something that you have a question on when it comes to like budgeting and stuff? That would be a question. I didn't think to ask that. Um, and if you're somebody who's trying to clean up your credit, like if you have a question about that, accidental slow motion or delete footage. Yep. Yeah, I deleted it. I don't know what I did though, Veggie. I have no clue. Yes, thank you, Liddy B. Liddy just posted my website. If you want to get a Produce with Purpose t-shirt, you can find them on the website that she just posted. I also pinned it at the beginning of the live to the top of the chat. You have a question? Can you let me hold a stack or two? Just that? Just one or two? Got you. Just send me, yeah. Just send me the request. Just figure out which platform to send it through. I got you. I'm just saying. Right, Rambo, come over here with this foolishness. I'm frugal. That means I'm not giving it away. Just saying. But what I was also going to say is tonight, Growing Out the Box is going live. And I have actually not caught him live at all. He did a couple test runs, I believe. And then he was just live for like not long, just like a short, and I think that was kind of like a test run as well, earlier this week. And he had reached out to me and said he was thinking about going live on Friday night at 8. And I was like, bet. Once I end my live, I'll just have everybody go over there because he's live. A lot of the 2A community goes over to a Regular Gun Guy, check out his live. But those are, I don't really know who all goes live on Friday nights because usually when I'm excuse me, when I'm done, y'all listen, new people, love you, but your girl don't be up late. And I sometimes will start crashing during my live. I'll start yawning, I get exhausted, I be tired. I work a 9 to 5, not 9 to 5, but a 9 to 5, and I be tired. And I need some rest. Just say I'm tired. You need 5 stacks, Liddy? Dang. Yes. And you're right. In 15 minutes, Rambo. Yep. So thank you. I'll add the tea purchase in all. Thank you, Queen. I be trying to have my Gina money right. Y'all kill me with that. I will say this. There are actually several people in the community and some who are not, who have made some amazing strides with their budget and everything. I'm gonna call her my niece because they have become both That's Your Journey and TT's Urban Pantry are like family for me. Like, listen, they already know what it is. And my niece bought her first house, and she is, how old is my niece? I ain't even gonna say her name. 22? Is she 22 yet? Anyway, hey Brampton, happy Friday. Those West Coast people lives are too late. Listen, 21, y'all. Do you hear me? When I tell you she wanted to get her budget together, I would talk to her about it. She might have been 18, maybe 19 then. I would talk to her about it. I told her what to do. She loves fish. She has multiple aquariums. Okay. And so every payday, she will I'll usually go to the store and get something new, either for her fish or get a new fish. So we budgeted for that because you don't have to give up the things you enjoy doing. But she bought her first house, y'all. She bought her first house. 21. Stop playing. It can be done. It can be done. Like you just have to play the game. And she's still out here enjoying life. She's still out here enjoying life. I love it. Tia told my secret. What's my secret? That I be tired? What's my secret? That is impressive, source. Listen, I was even shocked. I was like, now you just got to invite me over for dinner because I'm coming. I'm coming. Hey, J3. She did, y'all. I'm telling you, 21. 21. I'm so proud of her. So proud of her. I am. And when they came down for Thanksgiving, Liddy came and spent Thanksgiving with me. TT and her daughter came down the next day, the day after Thanksgiving, and we made sure that we sent her home with some things, some housewarming things for her new place. I'm so proud of her because it takes a lot for young people to tell themselves no. It takes a lot for young people to reel it in and tell themselves no to some things. So I'm proud of her. She saw the price of them. I know that's right. And took what I know that taught and asked for that money. That's right. And they gave it to her. She sure did. She applied for that loan and they said yes. And they said yes. Because in the same time that I had her budgeting, we were also making sure that that credit stayed intact. Because I know, like I said, some people feel like they don't care, but it makes a difference. I'm telling you, it makes a difference. Hey, Rochelle. When are y'all coming back up this way? You know what? It might be sooner than you think. It might be sooner than you think, Sam. Because anytime we hit Tia, we ain't but around the corner from you. Very smart. But you know what? The smart part, Nikki, is just them listening. It's them being open enough to take that information you're giving them and then to apply it. That's really all it is. It's for them to take it in and then apply it. I've been here since the beginning. You have J3. I'm sorry. It was so like the chat was going crazy. I know I missed a lot of people. So if I missed anybody, I apologize. Truth and some seasoned people too. Yes. And it don't listen, I was darn near 40 before I got my life together. I'm serious. Now I had bought a house before then, but that ain't the point. I bought that house still not budgeting like I needed to. Like I was able to pay all my bills and stuff, but I wasn't seeing that extra money I should have had at the end of all that because I was just spending it, swiping my card everywhere I went. So it's just different. It's different when you do it with purpose. There we go. When you purchase with purpose, when you do all the things with purpose, when you save with purpose, when you budget with purpose, you could apply that everywhere. Do it with purpose. I'm telling you. You're not mad. Liddy, stop. You lived and learned. Yes, you did. I did. And the only upside is that I've always had the mindset of paying my bills whatever they are. So if I get, I remember I had a friend who would be like, "Oh, like I had a 1 year I had a gas for the house bill that was like $300, and this was back before I bought a house. This was when I was renting a house, and in the wintertime, because you're using more heat, and most houses are the heat is gas. It was like $300. It was like 200, and I rounded it. It was 300. And she was like, well, you know that you could just pay, at least half of it. They ain't gonna cut it off. I'm like, oh no, ma'am, that's not how I pay my bills. Now I have always had that mindset. Whatever my bill is what's getting paid. So if that bill comes in at 300, as long as I'm able to take care of my family and stuff, take care of myself, it's done. It's paid in full, and I've never had that problem. So, and there's two things that I'm not gonna be. I live in Ohio, people. Let know about that Ohio weather. I live in Ohio. Today, it right now it's 19 degrees. Right now, I'm not gonna be cold, and I'm not gonna be hot. So my heat is gonna run in the winter, and my air gonna run in the summer, and I'm gonna pay it, and that's gonna be it. Can't nobody deal with this person if they think they gonna regulate my heat or air, because it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. I'm not gonna be hot. You don't want me hot. I'm not nice, and I'm not gonna be cold. I gotta tell myself swiping, no swiping. That's right, Liddy. No swiping. No swiping. Oh, she just lost her mind because her electric was poor baby. Oh, but she paid it off and got on a budget. That's right. Hey, Meryl. This will be my first time planting anything, so I'm starting with tomatoes and peppers. You start where you want to. You know you're going to eat them, plant them. That's it for starters. That's right. And my first year, I did tomatoes, peppers, cucumber, and green beans. That's it. That's it. It wasn't till later that I started putting more stuff in. Listen, Led, you left me here in this cold weather. Now let me come on down to Freedom Acre. You got room? Let me come on down. I just want a little space to build a little place. And we could produce with purpose together. Me, you, and Lady Led, and the children, because I know you got your daughter on Freedom Acres, and the son's gonna be built on there too. We are family. Listen, hey Grand Acres, happy Friday. My supervisor at work hates paying her light bill. Listen, I don't mind. I pay those bills with pleasure because I'm not gonna be hot. I'm not gonna be cold. Not in my house, I'm not. And if I come to your house and you want to be one of them people who don't want to like turn on the heat or turn on it, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'll talk to you on the phone. Or you can put them out. Come on down. Whatever I want. Okay. I'm going to be listen. I can deal with cold better than heat, but I do not like being hot. Mm-mm. Uh-uh. I was a couple outages that happened in Columbia. Was that it was cold out when we had a power outage, Liddy. I had to use my generator for the first time. Not for the first time, for the first time in my home. The first time I used it to do y'all. I know y'all probably hear my child. She is playing the game. I promise y'all she's not hurt. I used it to use my weed whacker at the community garden. So that was the very first time I used it. But I had to plug my fridge into it. I didn't have to, but I was getting concerned because the power went out on a Friday. It still was not on Monday when I left for work, but it came back on like Monday evening or Monday afternoon or something. So I was getting concerned. But has anyone asked you about the squash short? It looks so tasty. Oh, the delicata squash. Well, there's a couple people in here who grow that. I told her that's exactly what she get. She just don't understand. We have to pay so much for power. Facts. Get a smaller house, I say. Listen, I'm so not playing. Come on, but it gets really hot down there. But do you got air inside the? Are you gonna put air inside the? I need air. I need to quit being so bougie. Is what I need to do with it. But I be in the garden, so and I be out. Y'all listen. Y'all have seen. I don't clean up for the video all the time. Like if I'm out there working and I'm like, let me do a video showing them what's going on. You're gonna see sweat pouring, all the listen, because that's real life. It's work. It is not for the weak. Gardening is work, but it is work that pays off. So do the work so that you can get the pay at the end, which is the food. But I Grand Acres is talking about the delicata squash. Does anybody else grow that? I know Tia does. Tia is the one who kind of got introduced me to having it. It's delicious. That's a staple squash in my it's a staple squash in my garden. It's going to be grown. If not every year, right? So far it's been every year, but yeah, it's going to be grown. And I'm going to do a cycle this time. You hear Moo? I'm going to do a cycle this time. I'm trying to get a early spring harvest. So I got some seeds already dropped for that. And then I'm going to do a maybe late summer, early fall harvest, because that squash bug is disrespectful. The squash bug is very disrespectful. Last year, it killed my squash and it killed my watermelon. And why would it do that? Because then people who think they grow better watermelons than me think they could do this on this interweb, and it's not tolerated. So I got a plan for them this year. I got a plan. But yes, you know I don't like them bugs, Liddy. Go put some more wood in the stove. Like I said, I could deal with the cold better because I'll layer up a little bit. Like I'll layer up. I don't want to have to sleep like but I will layer up. But you can't go past nothing from heat. Like once you can't go past that. And if you still hot and there's nothing on you, that's unacceptable. If I'm relaxing. Now, if I'm in the garden, that's different. But if I'm relaxing, I don't like it. You like the delicata too, passionately intrigued? I love it. The shade is real. I'm thinking the same thing. Gina planted twice. I am. Listen, I am producing. I'm not playing, y'all. When I say this, I am not just talking. I promise you. This stuff is being written out in my planner, my garden planner, how this is happening. Like I'm not playing because I already know what bugs give me problems. And really the biggest one is the squash bug. So I'm to guarantee I get my food. We're gonna plant it twice. And we're gonna try to work around his schedule. Let the little bug live his whatever, go through his little span and get up out of here so I can get my food, plant my plants and get my food. Now, scram. I had one this summer from the farmer's market. Yes. Yes. So y'all, it is going on 8. We're going to head over to Growing Out the Box. Can y'all drop it? Oh, you did. Thank you, Liddy B. That's Your Journey just dropped his link. We're going to head over there to his live. Y'all, Growing Out the Box is the blueberry king. He grows more than blueberries, though. But that man know what he doing with them blueberries. And I was looking at one of them and I was like, oh, I'm going to get that. He said, that ain't going to grow well in your area. But you can look at these different other varieties. They might work. So he ain't even going to, like if you reach out, he going to let you know, because he done did all the research. What might or might not grow well where you are. Because you don't want to buy something that ain't going to thrive. All right. So let's head over to Growing Out the Box. I will see y'all over there in the chat. I will be in the chat chatting it up with y'all. So thank y'all for everybody who popped in. Thank you, Led. I really appreciate you. Thank you. I do. You be sending them over this way. I love you for it. So I will see everybody over there, and we just go hang out. Hey, Miss Felicia. Hey, Sharon. All right. So thank you, Sharon. I will see y'all over there. I'm gonna get off here so we can get over there and check him out. Okay. Good night, everybody. I hope y'all come back. I will be live again on Sunday for those who still around. And tomorrow, Urban, I don't know if she said it, but Urban Gardening Chronicles usually goes live Saturday morning. Okay. All right. See y'all later.